You don't stand a chance against me. Yeah. Ha! 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 Is there anybody left who wants to fight me? On today's episode of Nostalgic Nick-Nacks, I'm going to go over 10 games that I want to beat this year and get it off the backlog forever. Let's show these games what we're made of. Whew. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm just out here beating all the games. I'm telling you, it's a battle to defeat the backlog, and you all know what I'm talking about here. I am making a commitment today to you to defeat these games and get them off my backlog. Get them off my lawn, like the old man gamer says. Thank you everybody for being here. My name is Ryan, and this is my retro gaming perler beading YouTube channel. I'm glad you're here, and maybe you clicked on this video because you too have games you want to finish. And I want you to put those games down below in the comments. Tell me 10 games or more that you want to finish this year. You want to get them off that backlog forever and have fond memories of playing them. You want to move on. Make that commitment with me today, and let's hold each other accountable. Now, before I get into today's video, I just want to say I'd love for you to check out the video I did. It's right up here about my 10 strategies for completing your backlog, defeating your backlog. I think there are some really good things in there that you should consider if you're trying to do this. And trust me, every gamer is trying to do this. So this is a follow-up to that video, and I'm proud to say that recently I finished Donkey Kong Bonanza. And it was a bonanza of a time. I really enjoyed playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, getting all those bananas, busting through everything, and seeing how wonderful and engaging the ending was. It really was incredible how everything ended up. No spoilers in this video, but man, it is such an incredible gameplay experience. If you have not played Donkey Kong Bonanza, I highly encourage you to check that game out. It took me a good while to get through that game, but I am proud to say that I have finished it. And whenever you finish a game, it motivates you to want to finish more games. And that's what brought me to this video today. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 10 games that I want to finish and kick off the backlog forever from my gaming library, as you can see back here behind me. Now, these games are in no particular order, and I'm not going to defeat them in this order that I'm going to be telling you today. These are simply 10 games I really would love to finish all the way through. And no, I'm not talking about 100%ing these games. Some of those would take forever. But I'm talking about playing the game all the way through to the end, not multiple endings, but all the way through to the normal ending, saying my goodbyes and really cherishing those memories. To kick things off, I want to talk about a few honorable mentions, games that I know I'm going to play and finish anyways. The first one I want to talk about is Octopath Traveler 0. I just got the Switch 2 version of this game, and yes, it's a game key card, but I really do love my experience with the Switch 2 version, and this game is one that I'm going to finish because every year I have finished an Octopath Traveler game, and I tell you, it's sometimes it's taken me a year to finish Octopath Traveler, but I really enjoy the experience, and it's always such a fulfilling experience to finish Octopath Traveler. The music is great, the character development is fantastic, the storytelling is phenomenal. So if you haven't checked out Octopath Traveler or any of those, check them out, especially the new one that came out just this past December. Another game that I'm going to finish this year is a game called Romancing Saga 2. This is the remake, and I loved the demo. I loved my time with it, and on Switch 2 it is so buttery smooth. It's a great retelling of this story that I really never experienced growing up because it just wasn't available here in the United States. And I want to finish this game, and I'm going to finish this game. It's actually one of the games my wife got me for Christmas. I gotta finish it if my wife got me a game, right? Number one on my list is one that I'm inspired to finish because I finished Donkey Kong Bonanza. This game is a title that a lot of you know very well, and I never played it back on the Wii. I'm talking about Super Mario Galaxy. So I want to finish Super Mario Galaxy because it really is the only 3D Mario that I have not finished. That and the second Mario Galaxy game. And of course, we have Mario Galaxy, the movie, coming out in April. And I know I don't have to finish it to really get into the story, but it would be cool to say that I finished Mario Galaxy and now I'm watching the movie. I love Mario games and I just can't get enough of them. So this is like a gaping hole in my Mario universe. Number two on my list is a game that I have already finished before, but I want to play it again since the remaster came out back in September last year. That game is Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles. I love Final Fantasy Tactics, and what can I say? I'm a sucker for that job system. How much customization you can do there, how rewarding it is to go from a knight to a samurai to a ninja, everything in between, all the magic job classes. It's just a phenomenal experience, and that's not even mentioning the story. I love the story of Final Fantasy Tactics. I've already put in over 20 hours according to my Nintendo app here. With this remaster version, you can go through these battles lickety-split. Number three on my list today is Dragon Quest XI. Dragon Quest XI is a game that I've already put in 10 hours, but that was a couple of years ago, and I haven't picked it up since. Dragon Quest XI really did capture me with the beautiful characters, the beautiful landscapes, the wonderful charm that it has. The voice acting is great. I just don't know where the story is going to go next. And I've heard that this is quite a long game. So I'd really love to say I finished Dragon Quest XI. Not just for saying it, of course, but because I want to experience what this story has to offer. And with all the Dragon Quests that are coming out, I gotta finish this one because I gotta get back to the other ones. The game that takes the number 4 spot today for me is a game that I have sort of a love-hate relationship with. This game is so charming. The animation, the graphics are absolutely fantastic. I love everything about it, but the battle system just kind of drags. This game I'm talking about, of course, is Ni no Kuni, the first game. There's 2 of them. This is the first game. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. I love the Studio Ghibli style. Of course, there was people from Studio Ghibli that worked on the animations and all of that, the cutscenes, anime cutscenes. But for some reason, the battle system is just not clicking with me. And it's just kind of slow, and it's from that PS3 era. And I never had a PS3, but I feel the kind of slowness that those battles have, and I just can't get past it sometimes. But I put in over 40 hours into this game. I owe it to myself to finish it. It's a battle that just keeps going on, and I have to finish it. I have to get those experience points, right? So Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, I've got to finish it. And don't let this deter you from the game. It is such a wonderful game. So imaginative, so creative. It's just those battles just don't click with me. Let me know down below, is there something I'm doing wrong here? So a lot of the games I'm talking about today take a long time to finish. These are JRPGs that have earned their name. But the next game I'm going to talk about is a game that is not too long at all. This game is a game I've recently started playing, and I have enjoyed every minute of it. I actually came across this game when I saw a great YouTuber, Steve, Thunderstashgaming. Man, you had an incredible video about this game, and it really, honestly, made me buy this game. The game I'm talking about is a game that is modeled after Paper Mario games. This game is called Escape from Ever After Incorporated. I love every bit of this game. It is so wonderful to just play it. It is so funny. The whole premise of the game is the main character, Flint, is going to battle his arch nemesis, Tinder the Dragon. And things don't go how he planned, and they end up working together to defeat this big corporation that has taken the place of the fairy tale land that he knows and loves. And there's so many twists and turns here, but there's this whole corporate place that's inside the castle, kind of like The Office. You have people at cubicles, but the people are things like a zombie and unicorn, and there's all kinds of fairy tale characters. But really, what's catching me with this game, what's drawing me in, is the story and the funny lines and the wonderfully written dialogue of these characters. I really enjoy it, and that's not it. The gameplay, it is just as good, every bit as good as Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, the Paper Mario game that came out on the Nintendo 64, all those games. This game is modeled right after them, and it kind of goes in its own direction too, and does so many cool things. And it's only $19. Check out Ever After Incorporated, or Escape from Ever After, and you won't regret it, because man, it is such a fun, bright experience. Love what they've done with this title. I'm definitely going to finish this game this year. And I need one that's going to be about 30 hours or less, because man, some of these other games I got on this list, whew, they are time suckers. If you've made it this far into the video today, I really appreciate you watching my channel. I'm going to tell you about some different ways you can support the channel. You can leave a like, of course. You can subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. But also, if you want to be a part of the Discord, I have the link down below. I have a really cool Discord. We've got about 23 members as of the making of this video. And we just have nostalgic conversations about the games that we played growing up. And also, I have this whole perler beading side of things where I show off projects that I'm working on, game characters that I'm making, characters like Donkey Kong here, who looks fantastic. So if you're into maybe wanting to get started with perler art and you want to find out more about it, ask me questions. It's all free. Check out the Discord link down below. I'd love to have you there. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the rest of the video. The next game on my list, number 6, is a game that, just like Ni no Kuni, I've got over 40 hours into it. And this game is one that had lots of problems. I loved the game, and I'm going to get back to it. I'm committing here to finish it. But it had a terrible launch, and the loading screens were so long. It was not well optimized at all. The game I'm talking about is Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes. This is the spiritual successor to the Suikoden series, and more specifically the first 2 games in the series, Suikoden 1 and 2, with the wonderful pixel art that it has. Eiyuden Chronicles, I followed this all throughout the Kickstarter campaign and bought it at launch, and this game had lots of promise, but it was plagued and run down by poor optimization, and I'm not sure why, because they had a lot of money behind the project, but that's the way things ended up. And I played it and waited through the loading screens, and I just got to the point where I didn't want to wait anymore. And so it's been at least a year and a half since I played it. But since then, of course, the Switch 2 has come out, and I have a video right here if you want to check out how it plays on the Switch 2. It really is quite a miracle how much this game has improved with the Switch 2 hardware. The loading screens are very quick, and no longer am I waiting 2 or 3 minutes after a battle for the screens to come up. It's like 10 seconds and you're back to the world map and moving around. So I've got to finish Eiyuden Chronicles, and I highly recommend that you check out this game, especially now because you can get it at really great prices. It often goes on sale. Number 7 on my list is another Chronicles game. This time I'm talking about Xenoblade Chronicles. So I put about 10 hours into Xenoblade, and I love the story. The thing that's really taken a long time for me to get used to with Xenoblade Chronicles is the battle system. I just wasn't used to it. I wasn't used to these characters that you have to kind of tell them what to do. It wasn't the active time battle system. It wasn't the turn-based battle that I was used to. And I think I finally got used to that, but I put it down for a while. I think it's time to pick up Xenoblade Chronicles again, because it's such a great game, and I always hear over and over again with podcasts I watch, with all kinds of things, that this is a game that you want to finish all the way through, and the story really ramps up, and I'm all for that. So I've got to pick it back up and get to know these characters again. If you're a Xenoblade Chronicles fan, let me know down below. I have got to finish this one because I want to play through the whole series eventually and get back to Xenoblade Chronicles X. I really hope that they do come out with a 60 frames per second 4K patch for these games, because I'd love to see what that looks like. This next game is one that I think is going to be quite the pleasure to play through, and it's a shorter title. I'm talking about a Final Fantasy game. One of the original Final Fantasy games. I got the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Collection a couple of years ago. Love it. Love what they did with that package. And I love the pixel art in that collection. But one game I've never played before in that set. Final Fantasy V. I have not finished. I never even started Final Fantasy V. Back on the Game Boy Advance, I had the opportunity to buy it. I didn't buy it because I didn't know much about it. And now I'm going to be able to experience this game. I love all the other Famicom, SNES titles, but this one I've never really experienced. And I think it would be really cool to see what the summons look like, the Espers, the Eidolons, whatever you want to call them. I want to see what they look like. I want to experience all these job classes that were carried over from the first game and the third game. I want to experience that. And I know that there's some excellent sprite art in this game, and I actually want to make them out of perler beads too. I think that'd be really, really cool. So Final Fantasy V, I've got your number. Trials of Mana is a game that I put a lot of time into, at least 10 hours, over 10 hours. And I gotta work on it because on the Switch 2 it runs very, very well. And I'm not talking about the original version, I'm talking about the 3D remake that came out several years ago. I love the way this game plays, the way you're fighting and just walking around the map and going through the story and all the voice acting. It's really good. I want to work on this game because I got pretty far into it, I think. At least over 10 hours into it. And there's a lot more, I'm sure. But I got to get back into it. So Trials of Mana is one that I'm committing to. Okay, so I know that this list has been pretty crazy. and these are games I'm committing to. But there's one more game on the list that I got to get through this year, because I've got 2 more games just like it that I've got to finish. So this game is, of course, part of the Dragon Quest series. It is Dragon Quest 3. This is the HD 2D remake. It came out 2 years ago. I played through quite a bit of it, and I really enjoy the experience. It actually had a free update for the Switch too, and it runs very smoothly. No game key card or anything like that. But Dragon Quest 3, so good. I never played the Dragon Quest games growing up. I never played them. They weren't something that I saw at the same level as Final Fantasy. So, Dragon Quest 3, I'm going to get back to it, devote time to it, because I actually got a copy of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 up there, and Dragon Quest 7, I'm going to have to buy that at some point. So I am making the commitment to finish this game, to play it, to enjoy it, and to finish it before I buy any more Dragon Quest games. And I want you guys to hold me to that. Don't let me buy any more Dragon Quest games, okay? Well, everybody, that's the list of games I want to finish this year. That's quite a list, and you know what? These are my aspirations. I want you to hold me accountable to it, and if I don't finish them, you know what? I'm not going to beat myself up over it. There's no reason in that. But let's say I finish 5 or 6 games on this list. That'll be quite fulfilling, and I'll be okay with that. It's all about setting the goals for yourself and trying to jump to meet them. There's many times in life where we just sit back and we say, I'm not going to ever finish this. I'm not going to ever do this or do that. It's just too much. When we could have taken the opportunity to do a little bit and a little bit and a little bit every day and eventually get there. So I hope that this video is inspiring to you, just talking about these games I want to finish. And again, I'd love to hear what you want to finish this year. Doesn't matter if it's a small game or a big game. I want to hear your thoughts on this important topic. If you enjoyed today's video and you want to see more content like this, you want to see more perler beading content, more retro nostalgic discussions, or discussions about the backlog and all these things that are so important to us as gamers and completing things, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put out a couple of videos every week and looking to grow this channel, grow, more importantly, this community of gamers. Thank you all so much for watching. I pray that you have a fantastic day, and until next time, write down 10 games that you want to finish this year, give them the old 1-2 punch, and have some happy gaming.